Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Upstate Speed Tests. Today we are at the footpath to one of the area's largest cell sites here in the Binghamton area. Thing's got to be 200-300 feet tall. We've got T-Mobile and Verizon on top, starting with T-Mobile, and AT&T on the bottom. AT&T is on a cell site just a little further down the hill, so we're probably getting a little bit of a block signal, although T-Mobile and Verizon are on top of the macro, and it's an absolutely beautiful day out, so I'm hoping to get some really good shots of the cell site today for you guys. Make sure to give the video a big old thumbs up and let me know where you're watching from in the comments and which provider is the best in your area. So we got a gig down on T-Mobile to start, 40 megabits per second on the upload. Phenomenal results for T-Mobile, although I've seen better, if you can believe it, as my phone falls out of the window holder. The loaded ping times are pretty good as well, jitter at 2 milliseconds. AT&T, for an obstructed line of sight to the tower in this location, still not terrible. We're connected to LTE. We've got 49.6 on the down, 8.95 on the up as the phone keeps going to sleep on me. 60 millisecond ping with pretty terrible loaded ping times, although the up's just all right. And 4 milliseconds on the jitter. Let's do a fast.com test for each provider here. I don't know why. Oh, as deer run through the woods next to me. I don't know why there was a result loaded on the Pixel. I don't remember doing that today. 1.3 gigabits per second showing on the fast test for T-Mobile. 38 showing for AT&T. Again, AT&T's results are still usable. They're just not spectacular. 1.4 gigs settled at on T-Mobile, with a 28 millisecond unloaded and a 128 for the loaded. Just phenomenal results. And our signal for T-Mobile's not the greatest either. We're probably actually getting a little bit of the umbrella effect here because the site's like up there somewhere. Sorry, my windshield is absolutely filthy. 44 millisecond ping settled at for AT&T, 63 millisecond unloaded. The loaded is pretty high for AT&T though, and the upload is still working its way up. The upload on T-Mobile, 29 megabits per second. On the T-Mobile line, it looks like we're connected to a server in Albany, perhaps? Or no. Server. Norton, US, New York. Somewhere in New York. And down here, it's saying that our client, us, is in Buffalo, and the server's going to Chicago. So different servers, slightly different results there on both providers. Guys, give me 1 second and we will connect to Verizon for the last leg of the test here. But before we do you guys know what goes great with a beautiful, sunshiny upstate New York day? CircledIn.com. CircledIn.com will help you find a wireless plan to share with others so that you don't pay full price for your wireless plan. Today's video is brought to you by CircledIn. CircledIn.com makes it super easy to get the benefits and savings that come along with a postpaid or prepaid wireless account without having to set one up yourself. Let's take just a second to see how easy it is to use CircledIn.com and save a ton of money on your wireless. Starting out on the CircledIn.com homepage, I would start by clicking All Circles. Once the page loads, you can sort by postpaid or prepaid providers like Verizon, T-Mobile, Google Fi, Simple Mobile, and Metro. If you see a plan that piques your interest or you feel fits you best, you can click Join Circle, read through more details about the plan, and if you decide to go for it, you can click Reserve. CircledIn also now supports streaming services like Netflix, Disney, Hulu, HBO Max, and more. CircledIn.com. Check them out today. Thank you again for supporting the channel. All right, everybody, welcome back. We're connected to Verizon Wireless. We're high up in the hills here in upstate New York today to test one of the tallest macro sites in the area. Can't really see it from this position, sadly, but I'm sure you'll see it from the air here shortly. Connected to Verizon Wireless now, like I just mentioned. And we've got ultra wideband, but sadly it looks like this is another site that has not received upgraded backhaul yet, because these are pretty much in line with what we had when the site was LTE only. So we're getting 259 on the down with a 46 millisecond unloaded ping. The loaded ping times are actually pretty respectable for Verizon, and in my opinion, I'm consistently getting a better upload speed on Verizon than I am on T-Mobile. Jitter at 27, which is kind of high. Let's do one more server just to see if we can eke out some better results here. GoNet Speed, Trumansburg, New York. Usually get pretty good results with that server. So we've got a 46 millisecond unloaded, very similar. And the download is, again, kind of, for ultra wideband, it's kind of struggling a little bit. But again, that's going to be the result of backhaul that's not upgraded yet. Beautiful weather these last couple days here in upstate New York. Let me know down in the comments how the weather is in your area. For us, it's been miserable all winter. Freezing cold, dry, raining on and off. But we're finally, looks like we might have finally turned a corner, knock on molded plastic, I guess. And then to keep this test consistent, we'll do fast.com before we call it a day. 200, 400. Okay, so the fast.com test producing what looks like might be slightly faster results, although, again, fast.com, take it with a grain of salt, because it's a very inconsistent test. Sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's slower, and other times it's kind of in line. 37 millisecond unloaded ping, 64 on the loaded. And again, we're going to get very good, appears we're going to get very good upload results here. Or at least decent, I should say. We pulled almost a gig of data on the download, which is very interesting. And again, I hate fast.com's upload test. Always seems to take a hot minute or two. There we go, 42 on the up. And then just for kicks, let's do the coverage map test before we go. And this is going to be outdoors. There we go. I don't think that slider actually does anything, but I always hit it anyway. All right, so kind of in line with what we saw over on Ookla. We got 261 on the down, 40 millisecond ping. And the upload is going to be slightly faster over here on the coverage map test. There you go, guys. There's all three providers high up in the hills here, connected to one of our area's tallest macro sites. And if you guys like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe down below. And hey, we'll see you guys next time.